Are there certain renovations or repairs that people should just avoid due to high ROI? That's one of the main reasons why people just want something that's move-in ready, because they're just afraid that what they're putting into the house, they're not going to be getting it back.
If you have a $200,000 house, don't spend $10,000 on appliances. The other thing I would not recommend is over personalizing the house. Choose things you like, but that other people would. Because if you go in there and spend a bunch of money on tile that you love, somebody else might not.
Welcome to Lawrence Real and Local, Keeping It Real podcast presented to you by the Lawrence Board of Realtors. We're your go-to source for all things real estate in Lawrence, Kansas. I'm Lexie Haskin with Flint Mortgage.
And I'm Campbell Ragan with McGrew Real Estate. Together, we're here to make the journey to home ownership a breeze. Join us as we share insider insights, expert advice, and a dose of fun along the way.
Welcome to Lawrence Real and Local, Keeping It Real podcast by the Lawrence Board of Realtors. My name is Lexie Haskin with Flint Hills Mortgage.
And my name is Campbell Ragan with McGrew Real Estate.
And we are joined here today with Josh Coulter of Stone and Story Real Estate. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So today we're talking about, should you buy a fixer-upper? And Josh does these amazing remodels, and he's even doing one on his current home. And he has the eye. I mean, he has the experience. Okay, just tell us a little bit about your background. Just go and do it.
Yeah, so I bought my first house when I was 21 in Kansas City. It was a house my grandma owned for a very long time. I renovated that, rented it out for a few years. Then my partner and I, after I graduated from KU, bought some duplexes over at 22nd and Naismith. It was 4 units. We lived in one while we renovated and renovated the other 3. Moved on to a Topeka project, and now I'm back in Lawrence for another one.
Awesome.
I mean, it's just things that you enjoy in it. Oh my gosh, it just looks so good. Like, guys, we're gonna have to post like pictures or something that go with these. Like, he just does such a good job. So
the Topeka house turned out the best. I was very pleased with that one, which was the most recent.
Yeah.
So do you live in them while you're doing them, or?
Yeah, so that's something that I wanted to talk about, because that's like 2 different things. Of not living in it is much better, and I've done both. So I'm currently living in a project, and it is difficult. So yeah, that's definitely like a thing to know before you buy.
Something to consider.
So
Yes.
What is the most difficult part? Is it just the fact of like, oh my God, there's a mess here, or I have stuff that I want to put in here, or it just feels cluttered, or it's noisy, or it's dusty? Like, what's the most difficult part of it?
So I'm a very clean person, and when you live in a remodel, it is impossible to keep it clean. Right now, I'm focusing on the outside of the house, so the inside has been put on pause. So I have areas of the house that just don't have flooring, and even though it's clean, it just doesn't feel that way.
Yeah.
So it is stressful.
That's fair. Yeah.
So when you're living in it, you would probably recommend just do like one little thing at a time, not feel like you have to do the whole thing at once.
Yeah, so I was lucky with this current one that in any of the projects I've lived in and remodeled, there was at least like 2 weeks to get it ready. This current one, I had 1 week, so it was like all hands on deck. Let's finish the living room and both bedrooms, kitchen, bathroom, basement, everything else can wait. So then there were at least 3 rooms that were put together that I could
Spend your
in.
time in.
Yes.
Yes. They could feel like you could actually live in, like it might actually be your home.
Yes. Exactly.
So what role should a real estate agent play in helping the clients find the right fixer-upper if that's something they're really interested in?
I think the first thing a real estate agent needs to talk to their clients about is like what makes financial and practical sense for them. Are they looking to do a full overhaul of a property, or are they looking to do cosmetic updates? Because that's a big difference there.
Yeah.
Like it can vary greatly between client and client.
Yeah.
Like, I guess a remodel to some people could just be like maybe new flooring and paint.
Exactly.
You really need to clarify what that remodel looks like to them.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, and also what their skill levels are. Are they planning on doing it on their own, or are they hiring somebody? So then,
Or are they planning on doing it on their own and then they get into it and they realize that they need to hire somebody?
Right, exactly.
That exists too.
like any past experience they have, things like that, or something to consider. Like if they own a drywall company, then that is entirely different than somebody who's only painted
And
before.
watched a YouTube video and is like, I'm going to do a complete kitchen remodel myself. And you're like, okay.
Yeah. I am DIY.
Yep. And I've gotten into situations like that where like at this house I lived at in Topeka, I watched videos on YouTube of how to restore the windows. That was easy. Then I got to installing kitchen cabinets, and I spent multiple hours getting one cabinet in and realized at that point that I needed to hire somebody.
It wasn't worth your time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, even to a real estate agent has those contacts to different contractors. So if you get to that point, you can ask them for recommendations. They usually have people they have worked with in the past that they have vetted and know are good at what they do.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think just being able to provide them a list of contractors, even if they say they're going to be able to do it on their own, just providing that will give them an option to then call if they do need help.
Once they get into a pickle.
Yep.
Side note, I've heard a saying recently where it's like, follow up like green on a pickle. That is a saying, and I have no clue what it means.
I don't think I've heard that one.
You haven't heard of like...
It's not one I'm going to be using.
I know, but is it just because like a pickle is green? So it's like no matter what? Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, you said that when you're in a pickle, but side note from Lexie, that's how I am today.
So what are some of the key advantages of buying a fixer-upper versus a move-in ready home?
I think like the number one advantage is it is an opportunity to build equity. People are generally scared of anything that needs anything. Even from like paint to flooring to, it can just like keep going from there. And if somebody views a move-in ready home, they are much more likely to buy it. And especially if you can do some of the things on your own. Like even if you hire for some parts of the remodel, if you can paint and do stuff like that, you build instant equity. That's probably number one.
I mean, even being able to like tear out the old carpet and then have it ready for somebody who's going to come and install the new carpet for you.
Exactly.
Doing the labor yourself saves you that money down the road.
Yeah, at my current house, it had drop ceilings, and I don't do drywall work. So what I did was I met with the contractor, and he gave me a price, and I said, hey, what if I tear out these drop ceilings and get it prepped for you the way you want it? And it was significantly less money. Yeah,
because it's less time they have to spend on the job.
Yeah,
so,
I always tell a contractor, I will deal with the trash.
Yeah.
So I tell them, I'm like, stack it here, and I will haul it away. Because you can go to the landfill in Lawrence for relatively cheap, and that saves a lot of money.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have even thought about doing that.
Well, I mean...
Well, I guess I'm not like a remodeler. I'd have been like, I was like, I didn't even know that was an option. I was like, that's an option.
I do have situations often where I realize like I'm stacking trash on my back porch. I'm like, oh my God, the neighbors. So then it's like, I got to get rid of this right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, this has to be taken care of.
Yeah.
If you haven't been to the track, I feel like we need to take a little trip to the dump.
It's
I think
a little scary to drive back up in there. If you only have a pickup truck, then you can dump in their dumpsters, which is much less stressful.
I have been by the car dump. Is that the same place as the dump?
Absolutely not.
Nope.
Okay, I guess we need to take a trip to the city dump.
Next time I go there,
you'll just call me up and be like, okay, Josh, let's go get some coffee and then just like head out to the dump.
I think that's going to be a more pleasant experience going to like the smaller dumpster than like.
Yeah, driving back up in there, it's never good.
It's just, you guys are like scaring me a little bit.
I used to go as a little girl. Back in my day.
I used to see the car dump and then always be so like enamored by it. When I was little, I was like, so cool. That is so cool. But it's not like that.
No, it's like you're walking around in trash, unloading your trash.
If I'm mad at you, we're going to go in the summertime too.
That's so much worse.
Okay. Anyways, on that note.
I just want to say everybody can hear that Campbell literally just threatened me.
It did not.
She literally just threatened me on this podcast.
I said, if I'm ever mad at you, but I don't think I'm going to be mad at you. So we're fine.
Yeah.
Anyways, so, I mean, obviously price is one of the differences here. She's still staring at me. I can feel it. Okay, so price is going to be one of the main difference here. I mean, a home that needs some work is going to be priced, accordingly versus a home that is absolutely move-in ready. It's going to have a higher price tag most of the time.
Exactly. You can then drive the house up that is lower priced to a higher price by just doing even some cosmetic updates.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what would you recommend for those cosmetic updates if somebody were just to do a couple things to drive that price up a little bit?
Anytime there's carpet over hardwood floors, you got to get rid of that carpet. If you purchase a house that has drapes, take down the drapes, paint the walls, update the flooring, things like that.
Yeah,
definitely. Perfect. How do buyers decide if they are ready to take on the challenges of owning a fixer-upper?
So my first question would be, 1, have they done it before? 2, do they have any skill set? Also, 3, budget. Do you have money saved for it?
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've ever done a remodel project that has come in on budget.
Yeah, no, seriously. Because you start getting into it and then you get into it and you're like, oh, I uncovered another issue that now I have to fix.
Yep, exactly. I read online that a good rule of thumb is 20% over what you plan to spend. You need to have that
set aside.
Available. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I know that when we redid my house, well, not me, my dad, it was $10,000 over budget.
Yeah.
Yeah, because also just the prices of materials went up during the time of doing it and everything. I mean, it just was a lot.
Yeah. Another key advantage I forgot to mention besides equity is the fact that you can customize it. You're not buying somebody else's house. You have the opportunity to pick the colors, the flooring, the tile, everything like that.
I love that. Yeah, that's a huge point.
Yeah, it can make it feel like you.
Yeah, exactly.
So in regards to that, so I mean, I've seen a couple of houses recently where people definitely made the house feel like them.
Yeah, so that's something you have to realize, unless it's going to be your forever house, you have to also consider what other people like. Like if you're into pink tile, that's great, but don't use pink tile necessarily. Think about what other people would like when you do it, but also then you're still able to choose something that you like that other people would as well.
Yeah, because it would take a very special type of buyer to come in and be like, this is awesome. I want to live here. I want this pink tile house. Because not everybody, that's not going to be their jam.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's why it's important to have those conversations up front of like, hey, are you looking to buy this and live in it for 2-3 years? Because what you're going to do to it is going to look different than if you are living there for 10 plus years. That is going to be where you're at. You know it for sure, because we all have those people that just, they think they're going to be in a home for, those 10 years. And then it turns out that it's 5. And so you really need to evaluate why you're buying and what that's going to look like to decide what you're going to do to the home.
Yeah, because if you're only going to live there 2 years, then you can do some more trendy things, because probably in 2 years, those trends will still be a thing.
Yeah.
If you're planning on living there 7 years, then stick with things that are traditional, stuff like that.
More neutral colors. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. I will say I'm a big fan of the colored cabinets. I've seen some that were green recently and then navy blue, and I love it.
I struggle with that so much because I do love it as well.
Yeah.
And I am going to be doing my kitchen this summer. But I am looking ahead, realizing that I'm only going to live in this house maybe 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
And I'm nervous that painting my cabinets blue might be a mistake in the long run.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Just having that longer term thinking. I
Yeah.
guess my cabinets are gray. I would have loved to have blue cabinets. But no, I get it. I get it.
Yeah. I mean, I have some like blue green ones, but we're staying in our house for a long time. It's our forever home.
Yeah, that's it.
Exactly.
That's your forever.
Forever home. Yeah. We're never moving.
You're not going anywhere.
Ever. Yeah. Stuck.
Oh my gosh. So how can buyers accurately estimate the renovation cost before making an offer?
So I think some people don't realize that even if you're buying a fixer-upper, you most oftentimes can still do a home inspection. And during that time, like after you get the results of that home inspection, you can then get quotes for work. Or if you plan to do the work on your own, then you can go to Home Depot, price out different things. I think that is the key factor.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then from there, planning 20% more.
Yes, I
Yeah.
definitely would. I have done 7 projects and none of them have ever come in on budget.
But this one might, because you play in the 20% rule. No?
I'm already over budget and the house is not done. So
Dang. Okay. Well, I tried to.
She tried to save you. She tried to
did.
save you there.
Yeah.
Ugh. Dang it.
Hey, but I mean, did things come up where you're like, okay, I actually want to do this instead, and maybe like halfway through, and then you had budgeted for the old one, but then you're like, actually, let's change course, sort of thing?
Yeah, and this project's different because this is in Lawrence, and in Lawrence, typically, regardless of the area of Lawrence, you can still, I would not say over improve, but you can do some more high-end finishes and people still want the house. Lawrence is a unique market.
Yes.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that is for sure.
Yes.
So I guess what financing options are available for purchasing and renovating a fixer-upper? I guess that might fall into more of my ballpark, but that you worked with.
So I believe that, if the house is just dated, but structurally sound, good roof, everything like that, like it's not impossible to buy a fixer-upper with a VA or FHA loan.
Yeah.
That's probably less likely. It'd probably be a conventional loan. But then that brings me to renovation loans, which are a great option, especially if you're short on cash, because you can finance in, turn in, and get paid back.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing with renovation loans is that you have a contractor. If you're doing it on your own, that might not be the best move.
And with renovation loans, you do have to have some of those estimates up front before closing.
And the contractor does have to be approved as well. You have to put down at least 10% of those costs for the bids as well. I mean, it's a lot of money up front. So I do know that there are VA and USDA and FHA reno loans. For FHA, there is a specific contractor that has to be registered with FHA. And I know in Kansas, I think there's only like 1 or 2.
Oh, really?
So, I mean, there's just like not a lot.
Because there's also some situations where you can buy like a Fannie Mae home path home with $100 down and still do an FHA remodel. I don't have experience with that, but I know that is an option. Not as common in Lawrence, I don't think. I see Fannie Mae homes more often in Topeka.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they have those, and then they also have their own like renovation loans that aren't just like 100 down. Same with Freddie. I think it's like Freddie Choice Reno or something like that. And I mean, if somebody wants a renovation loan, if you have the money, you can do it.
Yeah, look into it. I mean, doesn't hurt.
Right?
I mean, another way that you can finance those, if you're already living in the home, you've built up some equity, you're doing the renovations a little bit later, you can always do a cash out refinance.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a second lien on your property, whether it's a HELOC or just a fixed second.
Yeah.
I mean, if you are going to do stuff, it's probably better to do a HELOC so you can keep doing draws and going back and forth, paying it down, something like that.
But that makes more sense if you're going to be in the home for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you're doing it down the line, fixing it up. But up front, probably a rental loan if you are going to be doing financing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you have the option, one thing I've done in the past is it's slightly more risky, but you can purchase the home and then I have used 0% interest credit cards for 12 months, renovated the house, and then refinanced it and paid off those cards.
Yeah.
That is risky. Another risky one I wanted to mention, which I would never encourage anybody to use, is a hard money loan.
Yeah.
I've seen situations, this is more geared towards people who want to buy a fixer-upper and then sell it down the road. I've seen situations where two people have had to file bankruptcy because it is such a risky situation.
Such a high risk.
Yeah.
And I mean, those interest rates are really high with that hard money as well.
They are so high, and you have just a certain amount of time to pay it back. I have had multiple people come to me and say, hey, I want to buy this with a hard money loan. And those lenders or people that provide the hard money loans, they will try to sell it to you like it's a good idea. And most oftentimes it's not unless you're an experienced investor.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely for a very niche population. It's not for everyone. And I mean, I've had different investors come to me too, wanting to refinance out of those hard money loans into even like a DSCR, debt service coverage ratio loan, because they just have multiple investment properties, too many that are financed. They did a lot with hard money loans, and they just need to get out of that to help with their cash flow.
Yeah, it's a scary situation.
Yeah. So be careful. Know what you're getting yourself into.
Exactly.
So what type? Oh, okay. So we kind of talked about what fixer-upper projects tend to provide the best return on investment. But you have more to add?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
So I always feel like personally, I would only buy a house that's structurally sound. When you get into foundation issues, that can go crazy quick. My favorite house to buy is a house that has been owned by the same person for 50 years. Those houses are not updated, but older people do typically
take care of things. Take care of their investment.
They just don't update.
Yeah. Cosmetically, yeah.
Right? Yeah. One of my best friends bought, I sold him a house in Shawnee. It was built in 1955. He bought it 2 years ago. The lady was 104 years old, and she owned it until she passed away. And that house was perfect because she maintained the siding, she maintained the roof, the foundation, any plumbing things. She just had the same carpet from 1970. So he got like a good deal on the house, but has the opportunity to then go in and
personalize it and make those updates.
Did it have like the Norwegian wood paneling and like
and like shag carpet in the family room?
Yeah, or the bathroom. That's always a fun one.
So that I've been arguing with him about because it has amazing blue mid-century tile and they want to tear it out. I think I would do something different, but
that wouldn't be my first choice.
Everyone can do what they want with their house.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You're like, can I please have that tile? Yes. Like, can you give it to me?
That tile's been there since the 50s and looks amazing.
Yeah.
Just update the fixtures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you can still
save money too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So are there certain renovations or repairs that people should just avoid due to high ROI? Because I mean, if you think about it, that's one of the main reasons why people just want something that's move-in ready, because they're just afraid that what they're putting into the house, they're not going to be getting it back.
Yeah. So two different things. One is depending on the price of the home. If you have a $200,000 house, don't spend $10,000 on appliances. If you have or a high-end kitchen with super expensive countertops.
Yeah.
If it's an $800,000 house, you can do that. The other thing I would not recommend, which we mentioned earlier, is over personalizing the house. Like, don't choose things you like, but that other people would. Because if you go in there and spend a bunch of money on tile that you love, somebody else might not. Just think about what you're doing to the house. It's like you have to balance the upgrades you're making with what the home's value would potentially be.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So where do you find most of your inspiration for the fixer-uppers and your different projects?
So I am a fan of old houses. So I follow a bunch of old house groups on Facebook. And I always tell people I'm not flipping a house, I'm restoring it.
Oh, I
love that.
So, for example, old windows, like original old wood windows in 1920s houses, those can be just as efficient as modern day vinyl windows. If you go through, reglaze the windows, you can rehang the ropes and install storm windows. You're saving a ton of money by not replacing them, and they're just as efficient and historical. Another thing, which a lot of people disagree with me on, is like plaster walls. They are historical. Like some cracks in plaster is okay. So I get big into the old home groups on Facebook and mid-century groups too. Just kind of trying to take it back to what it was originally with modern amenities.
Yeah.
I like that.
Are you a part of that one group where it's like for the love of old homes or something?
Yes.
On Facebook? Yeah.
So I did post the remodel photos of my old house in Topeka on that group. I posted the before and after, and it got a lot of attention. I spent an entire day obsessing over it and responding to comments and everything.
Aww.
And my partner thought I was insane. And then by the end of the day, they blocked me from the group. It was too much traffic. We were up to 13,000 likes and over 3,000 comments.
Wow.
I was devastated.
I
was
Why
way
would
too
they
into
block
it.
you
That
from the
is
group?
horrible.
I wanted
Too
to know
much
the
of a
same
pro.
thing.
Too much of a pro. They were jealous.
I mean, if anything, you just turn the comments off.
Yeah.
You know, you don't remove them from the group.
Looking back, it was probably a good thing. I would have spent the next month on there still going after it.
Oh,
I wanted to look at the pictures, and now I'm not going to be able to because
we probably could still go.
I got some good before and afters.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I'm
Let me check them
I'm
out.
a part of the group. We could search Josh's name even though he's blocked from the group.
Gosh, I wonder if the post is still there.
We're going to do some deep diving
That
after
would be
this.
amazing.
We'll
Oh my
let you
gosh.
know for sure.
I'm
But yeah, groups like that, you can, right now I own a craftsman style house. So I found a craftsman style Facebook group and just learning off of other people's experiences there.
Experiences
It's very
both
valuable.
positive and their failures. I mean,
Exactly.
they're going to tell you, hey, don't do it this way because it did not work.
Yeah.
And so, it might end up saving you money even looking
Exactly.
into things like that. So,
And
Yeah.
it gives you an opportunity to see what other people have done. So initially, when I bought this house in September, I had entirely different ideas for the bathroom. But now that I've been a part of this Facebook group and seeing other people's ideas, my plan is much different.
that's why you're not hitting your numbers.
Right?
Oh,
I
no.
know. It's going to be bad.
Dang it.
Oh my gosh. Well, what do you want to leave people with this episode? What have we not talked about?
I don't think people should be scared of a fixer-upper. I think you need to consider your skill level, your stress level, your amount of money you have, resources. Yes. So I'm very lucky that my dad is retired and ready to help. So you just need to think about those things and make sure that you're ready for it, but just don't be scared of it. I get so discouraged when I show a house and it just needs new light fixtures. And people aren't willing to, which I totally understand. Some people don't
I'll
have time.
change them out for you, please.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
And the other thing is this kind of counteracts what I just said, but also realize a renovation, especially if you're living in it with your partner, your husband, wife, it's stressful. You will be fighting, over money, over timeframes, everything like that. So just know what you're getting into ahead of time. Talk to somebody who's done remodels, not even a contractor, just somebody who's done them.
Some contractors refuse to take on projects that people are living in the home because they realize that there's that aspect that is added in, and they're like, I won't touch it.
Exactly.
Like if you're not in the home, absolutely, I'll do it. But if you're in the home, sorry, I'm not doing it. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, it is an added aspect.
Not living in a project is ideal.
But once again, if it's just one bathroom and you have two others, I mean, that's totally different than we're removing everything from the home and we're starting from ground zero.
Yeah, I agree.
You might not want to be there.
Yeah.
So,
and then you just get dust over everything and it gets messy.
I would also avoid personally anything that has major structural issues. That gets very, very expensive very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
You're just like, yeah, let's not touch that. Get out, back up, beep, beep, beep.
And the last thing too is if you have the ability to do inspections.
Yeah.
Sewer lines can be very expensive if they run underneath a road. And that's something that most people don't budget when they are thinking about a renovation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who wants to mess with sewers?
Right.
Sorry.
Just
God.
spend the money on painting and things like that.
Funner things.
Yeah. I'm getting flashbacks to my house. We had to replace the sewer line twice in my backyard.
Yikes. That's why you were over budget.
Probably one of the reasons. Probably one of the reasons.
Well, and I mean, just because you're doing inspections doesn't mean that you have to ask for anything. So make sure you understand the contract and go through it with your realtor. And there's different ways that you can work that offer.
The real estate agent will be the author of your offer.
It's true.
Yep.
Very true. I like the way you spun that.
I just spun it for you.
Thank you very much.
Oh my gosh. Well, thanks for joining us, Josh.
This was fun.
Yeah. Well, and thank you to the Lawrence Public Library for having us. And I definitely had some nuggets, and
we're going to do the deep dive.
And I can't wait to go to the dump with you, Josh.
As soon as I have more trash to take there,
you'll call me up. You're like, hey, Lexie, it's time.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
Okay, signing off.
Thanks for joining us on Lawrence Real and Local, Keeping It Real podcast. We appreciate our guests taking the time to join us. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review if you've enjoyed today's episode.
For more information, please visit us on the web at www.lawrencerealtor.com. And remember, whether you are buying, selling, or simply dreaming of your future home, we're here to help. Until next time, keep it real
and happy house hunting.